Employees in AI matured organizations are 28% more likely to actually use AI tools and grow nearly 5% higher revenue growth. To understand this, we have Dr. Elia Worth from Deloitte and Tomoko Yokoi from IMD Business School. Starting with Tomoko, what sets apart these top companies in terms of AI maturity?
We evaluate an organization's AI maturity across 5 dimensions. The first is, does a company have strong executive support towards AI? The second is the company investing into AI and AI infrastructure, which in turn drives the development of AI products and services? The third is, are they actually using AI to enhance their operational efficiency? The fourth is, do the employees are they being reskilled for AI initiatives? And the fifth is whether they have an AI ethics and governance in place. And so, what makes them differentiated in our AI maturity index? It's whether they have all of these initiatives in place across all of the 5 dimensions.
Going to Dr. Elia this time, how are companies improving AI governance to boost revenue and employee use?
Firstly, it's important to understand what good AI governance looks like. The recent Deloitte AI Governance Maturity Index established 12 indicators of governance across 5 pillars. These include policy and principles, organizational structure, procedures and controls, skilling and people, and of course, reporting and monitoring to provide visibility and control of AI within an organization. Though, well, it's previously seen that around a quarter of senior executives felt they had the governance in place ready to manage AI risk. Our recent report found that actually there was less than 10% who had these necessary structures in place to be ready to manage AI risk.
Now we know that not everyone agrees to use AI, so how are companies currently upskilling employees to embrace this?
AI fluency is critical from the executive boardroom to the developer keyboard to ensure that you have safe and successful AI. Though our report found that 72% of organizations that do not offer AI training are actively deploying AI. Deloitte offers a fluency lab that provides understanding of strategy and governance and implementation, and it really gives that holistic understanding of what needs to be in place to achieve ethical, lawful, and successful AI programs.
Yeah, likewise, it's really about training the employees not only to understand the risks and opportunities, but to also get them to ask the right questions and to also have a constructive conversation with their other colleagues. And I think one of the other things that becomes really important is for the organization to understand whether they should upskill the whole organization or should they also just train a few experts. Ideally, the balance of both is good so that the organization has, just a strong foundation, but at the same time, they can rely on these experts for some type of specialized guidance.
While these may all sound great, there is usually abuse when it comes to AI use. With that, Tomoko, what ethical and risk management practices are companies using to ensure responsible AI use?
So, through our research, we've identified some 4 best practice moves. And that's the first of all is to translate. Just as my colleague from Deloitte had mentioned, there's a huge gap between companies who say they want to do something and their actual implementation. So, the first move is to translate these principles into practical guidance. The second one really is to integrate it. So, once they have that practical guidance, how do they integrate it into their operations? And then the third one is to calibrate because these AI models, they're constantly evolving. And so the organization has to make sure that their ethics systems are aligned with this evolution. And then the fourth practice that we've seen is that they have to proliferate, and that is really to go ahead and scale and to educate their employees across the organization about this evolving movement as well.
We have seen over the last 18 months to 2 years that there is a convergence of expectation and principles across the global regulation landscape. Essentially, they boil down to the 7 principles that's reflected in the Deloitte Trustworthy AI framework. This is to ensure privacy in use of data, that AI programs are transparent and explainable, that people understand when they're interacting with AI and how AI is making decisions about them, that AI is fair and impartial. It is responsible. It's doing the right thing, AI for good. That there's accountability structures in place for the decisioning of AI programs. That it's robust and reliable. That is essentially that it is doing what you think it's doing. And of course, that it's safe and secure, which is another of the key issues that we found in our recent report, that security vulnerability is a key concern in the uptake and use of AI programs. So, in terms of emerging frameworks for AI risk management and ethical use, really centering around these 7 key principles is critical.
Thank you so much for joining us today and for sharing your insights, Dr. Elia and Tomoko.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Once again, those were Dr. Elia Worth, lead partner for Trustworthy AI Asia Pacific and Australia at Deloitte, and Tomoko Yokoi, lead researcher of AI Maturity Index at IMD Business School. For more news, visit AsianBusinessReview.com.